Next we are discussing property number 5. Fx is periodic function with the period t1 and gx is also periodic function with the period t2. Then fx plus minus gx comma fx into gx comma fx divided by gx where g of x is not equal to 0 is also a periodic function if LCM of t1 comma t2 is exist. Okay, if LCM is exist, then period of function is LCM of t1 comma t2. See here, fifth property is what? Fx is a periodic function with the period t1, gx is a periodic function with the period t2. Then what we are saying? Then fx plus minus gx, fx into gx and fx divided by gx where gx is not equal to 0 is also a periodic function if this condition is very important, if LCM of t1 comma t2 is exist. See here, fx period is what? T1 and gx period is t2. So this full function fx plus minus gx or fx into gx and fx by gx where gx is not equal to 0 is a periodic function if LCM of fx period comma gx period this is possible. If this LCM is possible, then we can say that these functions are periodic function. And what is the period of that function will come? That is LCM of t1 comma t2. So it is not necessary that fx and gx both are periodic function, then this is also a periodic function. It depends on what? LCM of t1 comma t2. If LCM is not possible, that means these function will be non-periodic. For example, sin x plus tan x. So we know this is what? Y equal to sin x plus tan x. Sin x period is 2 pi, okay, and tan x period will be pi. Then sin x plus tan x period will be what? LCM of 2 pi comma pi. So what is LCM of 2 pi comma pi will come? That is 2 pi. So we can say that this function is a periodic function with the period 2 pi because LCM is possible. One more function we are taking. Example 2. Y equal to e power fractional part of y equal to fractional part of x plus sin x. Okay, so we know fractional part of x period will be what? This one period is what? T1 is what? 1 and this one period is what? T2, that is 2 pi. So LCM of 1 comma 2 pi. LCM of 1 comma 2 pi is not possible. So we can say that this function is what? Non-periodic because LCM is not possible. So we can say this is non-periodic. Okay. So we have discussed property number 5. So if we are solving any problem by using property number 5, so for that we required LCM. So we should know whether LCM is possible or not. When it is possible, when it is not possible. So for that we have to remember one important point, that is if you want to check whether LCM of a comma b is possible or not, then how to check? If a by b is a rational number, rational number, if you are taking ratio of these two numbers a and b, so that means a by b, or you can take b by a also, there is no problem. If a by b is a rational number, then LCM is possible. LCM is possible. Okay, so if there are two numbers, we can check like that. If many numbers are there, how to check? So if we want to check LCM of a, b, c, d, and so many numbers are there. So ratio of a, ratio b, ratio c, ratio d is rational, then LCM is possible. LCM is possible. And if LCM is possible, that means function is periodic. If LCM is not possible, then function is non-periodic. Okay, for example, LCM of pi comma pi square. So here if you take ratio, so pi divided by pi square, so this is what 1 by pi. It is irrational. So LCM is not possible. So for property number 5, we required LCM. Next we are discussing property number 6. Property number 6 is very important. Okay, fx equal to some constant k. Fx equal to k. So fx equal to k, that means this is what? A line parallel to x-axis. So this is what? Y equal to k line. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. So here you can see fx equal to k is periodic function. Periodic function. But here we can't find out minimum interval which will repeat again and again. So here fundamental period is undefined. Fundamental period is undefined, but period of fx equal to k is r plus. Okay, r plus. 0 is not possible. R plus, positive numbers. Okay, because you can take this interval also. From here you can take this interval, so this interval repeat again and again. If you take this interval, so this interval also repeat again and again. So here period of fx equal to k is what? R plus. Okay, but fundamental period we can't tell, so this point we have to remember. Next we are discussing property number 7. Property number 7. So property number 7 is what? Condition for composite function. Condition for composite function. Okay, so for that we are taking one composite function, y equal to f of gx. Okay, so this function we can write like that also, f of g of x. So this is composite function of two functions. One function is what? Gx, other function is what? Fx. Okay, so here gx is what? Inside function, and f is what? Outside function. If I take more function like y equal to h of f of g of x, so here we have three functions. So here innermost function is what? Gx. So this is what? Inside function. Okay, inside function. So for this one, what we are discussing, this point we have to remember. If innermost function is periodic, innermost function is periodic with the period t1, then that composite function is also a periodic function with the period t1, with the period t1. For example, if I write sine of cos of fractional part of x, so you can check this is what outside function, then inside, then inside. So this is what innermost function. Okay, so if innermost function, what is the period of this one? 1. This one period is what? 1. So innermost function is what? Periodic with the period 1. Then we don't care what is outside function. Out function is whether periodic, non-periodic, we don't care. Innermost function is periodic with the period what? t1. Then this function also periodic with the period t1. So what will come here? Period is 1. So this function period is what? 1. Next example, if I take y equal to fractional part of sine of x. So here you can check that inside function is what? Sine x. So inside function is what? Periodic function. And what is the period of sine x? That is 2 pi. So this whole function period is also what will become? 2 pi. Next we are taking y equal to ln of cos x. So here you can see ln is what? Outside function, and cos x is what? Inside function. So inside function is periodic. Then what is the period of this one? This one is 2 pi. This is also periodic function because inside function is periodic and period is 2 pi. Next we are taking y equal to e power ln of cos x. So here you can see e is what? Outside function, then ln is inside, then cos x is what? Innermost function. So you can say cos x is periodic function with the period 2 pi. So this function is also periodic and period is what? 2 pi. So this point we have to remember. Now second point is what? Suppose y equal to f of gx we are taking. Okay, so here inner function is non-periodic. Inner function is non-periodic. Then what will happen? Then we have to check outside function f. Okay, then we have to check outside function f. So if fx is periodic with the period suppose t2, with the period t2, then how to check f of gx? Okay, so here we have to take two conditions are there. Okay, if gx is non-linear function, then f of gx is non-periodic. F of gx is non-periodic. If gx is non-linear function, then f of gx is non-periodic. Okay, but if gx is linear function, and we know what is linear function, that is line equation. So if gx is linear function, like gx should be what? Ax plus b, then f of gx is periodic function. And what is the period? See, gx should be a linear function, so gx should be at ax plus b form. So this will come what? Y equal to what will come? F of ax plus b. And this one period we already discussed. So what is the period of f? That is t2. So this one period will come out t2 divided by modulus of a. So like that we have to find out. Okay. Now if I have like the function h of f of g of x. Okay. So here gx is what? Non-periodic, and f is also non-periodic, but h is periodic. If h is periodic, then we have to check f of gx is linear or non-linear. If f of gx is what? Non-linear, then this full function is what? Non-periodic. And if f of gx is what? Linear, then same way we can do like that. Okay. And last point, if both function, inner and outer function, both function is non-periodic, then composite function is non-periodic. So for composite function we have to remember these points. We are discussing property number 8. So here a function y equal to fx period is t1. Then for finding fundamental period we have to use period definition. And what is the definition of period? F of x plus t should be equal to fx. Okay, so what are the t value we will take? Okay, so here we have to use t values as, so here we got period is t1. So for fundamental values, so here we will take t values like t1 by 2, t1 by 2, t1 by 2 square, t1 by 2 cube, t1 by 2 power 4, and so on, t1 by 2 power n. Okay, so one time what we will do, here we will put, instead of t we will put t1 by 2. So suppose f of x is coming, then we will put this one. So t1 by 2 square if you are putting, suppose f of x is coming, then we will put t1 by 2 cube. And if you are putting t1 by 2 cube, then it is not equal to fx. Then we can say that this is not period. Okay, then what is the minimum period will come at t1 by 2 square. So what is this fundamental period? t1 by 2 square. Okay, so here suppose f of x plus t1 by 2. Okay, fx is coming, then we have to check t1 by 2 square. So f of x plus t1 by 4, suppose fx is coming, and next part is f of x plus t1 by 8, then this is not equal to fx. This is not equal to fx. And t1 by 8 is not period. So what is the minimum period which is possible? That is t1 by 4. So we can say that fundamental period is t1 by 4. So fundamental period is t1 by 4. Then period will be what? Period will be what? Be t1 by 4 into n, where n belongs to natural number. Okay, so minimum period is what? T1 by 4. Okay, if you put n equal to 1, so t1 by 4. If you put 2, then you will get t1 by 2. If you put 3, then you will get t1. And if I put 4, so we will get what? More values. So like that we can find out period.